All right, Jason. So I just got back from Hawaii a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, tell me about your trip.
I definitely will, but as always, I got some treats, but they're not all from Hawaii. It's just the bag was so big, I felt like I can't just give you one thing. I just got some. So I'll go with the Hawaii treat. So
Ooh.
you can show it to
This
the
is
camera.
the classic,
Yes.
Honolulu cookie. I know when we went from my family, when we went to Hawaii, they have these stores all over the place, especially if you're in a touristy area. And my kids, my oldest, I think he was around 5, and his cousin, we went and there were a lot of walking, and the way we bribed them to walk is we said, hey, every time we go to one of these cookie stores, you can get a sample. So then they were running, finding all these cookie stores, and I don't think we had to eat dinner. We filled up on cookies. So these are great. Thank you so much.
That's pretty funny. So I bought this for the office all the time because it's simple and easy, but I picked this one specifically as the treat to bring you because this flavor is seasonal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yuzu is the flavor, and they're bite size, so it's slightly different than your full size individually packaged. And I sampled it just like your children goes and samples it, and you can agree. You could tell me next time.
Okay.
It tastes like cereal. It tastes like the rabbit cereal, Trix.
Trix? Okay,
Yes.
okay.
It tastes like it, the fruity flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go and share it with your family, you can see if it reminds you of.
Okay, I'll
Trix.
I'll do blind taste test. I'll have my kids and my wife taste it, and I'm like, what does it taste like?
What is
and
it?
I'll
That's
hide.
awesome. Great idea.
We'll do that next time. So.
Great idea. So that's why I picked that flavor of all the different flavors. Of course, it's just unique. They don't usually have it. And then this is just something I had around the house. I don't eat this. I don't know if your family will eat this. If it's even the thing people eat. I just thought it was hilarious. Like, you let me know if you black garlic.
So you just eat this straight up? You just
it's one of those. Yeah, you just eat it. So I thought it was like very strange to me.
Well, very healthy, right?
Yeah.
Garlic is supposed to be healthy, good for blood pressure.
I don't know. We'll see. You tell me. You just eat it. You just pop it like a snack. So
it says ready to serve.
Yeah,
so we'll try that. We'll find out if anyone's
as part of just. This is the
very nice.
I can't eat all these protein bars, but I feel like you can snack on this or give it to your kids. I'm not endorsing any of these products, but I just have them laying around. And I get some samples sometimes from part of my personal training stuff I do, right? So I get some of these samples, and I don't.
It's heavy.
I'm not gonna just. I don't generally eat protein bars, so I was like, hey, you got a family, maybe it's a good snack. I think when you have children.
Yeah.
You need, or most families that have children have like a pantry of snacks.
Yeah, no, absolutely. My kids will go through this super fast. They burn energy super fast, so.
They're fine. They're not too bad or too unhealthy. They got protein and some sugar to go with it. So I would say after like a physical activity, it's a great way to restore some.
And we'll see if
nutrients. Maybe your wife.
Sneak some black garlic.
Maybe your wife enjoys snacking something like that. I don't know, but
I think
here's the bag for you to go.
Wow, this is the most exciting thing because we use a lot of reusable bags at home.
This bag has the lei because when I went in April, it is close to the Lei Day celebration in Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
So that's why it's like there you go, slightly different version of their
that's
bag.
cool. Yeah, I know like graduation, we're in May coming up to June, and I know a lot of people do like the money lays for graduation, so that's super cool.
Part of the culture.
Yep.
So please enjoy and let me know how those, I mean, you don't need to let me know about the Builders protein bar, but definitely the black garlic and the yuzu mini bites.
I'll definitely, that's cool. And I'll give a rating next time. We'll give a rating. I'll tell you how the black garlic is. We'll see.
That one, I don't know. I haven't tasted it. I just don't know. There's just like, I just don't know. I thought my wife would like it because she likes garlic.
Yeah?
But this is,
too much
for her. Too much. Like where she's not supposed to have garlic, but she loves it. It's like garlic noodles and things like that. So,
Oh, yeah?
as you notice, the branding here is Asian.
Yeah.
It's Chinese, so it's one of those Asian
I mean, it's
snacks.
pretty. I mean, it's pretty.
It's just garlic.
It's just ingredients. It just says garlic, so it's as pure as it gets.
Exactly. So those are my kind of souvenirs, my takeaways for you. I know we skipped a week, so we're a little bit on a different pacing. But one of the things that I realize, I don't have children, but through you, I feel like I get a taste of that cadence of having children and what's it like to be a parent and driving children to doctor's appointments. I think even now, summer camp, a lot of activities outside, summers here and things like that. So is that what's coming up on your calendar now?
Yeah, I mean, May, it's going to be end of school, and then June, and luckily my kids.
Wait. Back up. May is end of school?
I think it's like
I'm just curious.
first week of June.
Okay,
but
yeah, that's
you
pretty-
start wrapping everything up, and towards
I
the
see.
end, it's like minimum week, and it just I don't really count June as like I just think of like end of May, and there's like school is out essentially.
Yeah, because I think the calendar also shifts. I mean, growing
Yeah,
up.
it depends on the school. Some schools get off earlier and then start later, et cetera, et cetera.
I see. So this is like, there's only about probably a couple weeks left.
Yeah, a few more
full
weeks, that's it.
instruction of like, and then there's Memorial Day.
Yep.
I mean, the unofficial start of summer. It is, at least for adults, it's like the unofficial start of summer. So what do you got happening?
So we have like summer like camp or whatnot where the kids go to, but we pick them up early and we try to do some fun things. Maybe go to a movie. In the past, we've gone to San Diego.
Let me just pause. So we make a footnote here.
Okay.
I did watch also Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, you did?
We'll
Okay.
talk about that
We'll
later.
come back.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. But yeah, just discounted movies, whatever. Like previous summers, we've gone to San Diego, to Legoland, and just trying to do fun things. Pick them up early from the summer camp. But my wife actually found an all-inclusive deal for Vegas. So it's very rare to get all-inclusive in Vegas, and it includes like you
I
get
heard
meal-
about that as a way to draw more visitors.
Yeah,
back.
so the meal. So
break it down. What do you get?
We are going to Las Vegas, staying at the Excalibur for.
I stayed there when I was a child.
Yeah, so for it's like 2-night packages, but then we bought 2, and we're gonna link them together.
Okay.
So we're gonna go be there for 5 days, 4 nights.
Okay.
And it includes meals, and then my kids are young enough that they get to eat for free at certain locations.
Okay.
And then there's some tickets to go see some like shows. Not all of them are child appropriate, but there are some that they might be interested in, like the magic show, maybe Blue Man Group. So we plan on going there and kind of just seeing what it's like. For the most part, the kids just really enjoy going to the pool, walking around. In Vegas at night, there's a lot of lights and a lot of things to do. There's some free things to do, like the water show or whatnot. And there's some, things that are just fun, like the M&M factory, taste testing the different Coca-Colas, and just walking up and down the strip. But we'll see. We'll see how it is. They might get so tired, we'll probably take a nap midday and then see how it goes. And I know Vegas is like famous for their buffet, so we might do a buffet or two. So we'll see.
It's changed so much. So some of the, let's see. So I don't gamble. So it's so I go with the mindset of like a family mindset, I guess you could say, because I don't spend time like sitting at blackjack tables or slots or anything like that. So I go for similar to what you were listing. Some of the different experience. I think dining is one of them. The food scene is much different than from before, and entertainment. I actually found that whenever I go to one of those shows, I end up falling asleep. So I will warn you. So I'll tell you, Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of those, right? oh, they're so freaking boring to me. They're just so boring. Like I end up, I get it. It's neat, and they're telling a story. But the lights are dimmed.
Right.
It's turned off, and you're in these comfortable seats, and I'm just like, no, I can't do this.
Is it because you're like looking up, like and you're
Depends
just,
on
like,
the show. I know specifically the water show. There's one of them that
Yeah.
they do aerobatics.
Yeah, yeah, and they go in the water. They dive into the water.
Yeah, they
and-
dive and they do all that.
Yeah.
And then I know I fell asleep on that one. Not just me, but the people around me also fell asleep. And people were snoring too. That's just like, and then I realized it. Like these shows have been around, some of the legacy shows that
Yeah.
are just always there. Like the Beatles one, I stayed awake because
Yeah.
I like the music.
Right, right.
But the ones that are just like they're just dancing. There's no much dialogue.
Yeah.
And they're like telling a story through movement. I just warn you. I mean, your kids might not get it if you go to one of those shows and they're just like, "This is
Yeah, I'm
what's
just
going on."
picturing Jack like these people are doing high risk, like life and limb, and you're like, just
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it is incredible, but it wears off pretty quick. Like you see a person diving from like 10 stories or whatever, and
Yeah.
it goes down, right? And then like, oh, okay, you're gonna just keep doing that for an hour? I
You're
mean,
like, you seen one? You seen them all?
yeah,
Like,
it's like this isn't that. No disrespect for the skills that is required to do that, but the setup is just it just puts people to sleep.
right.
A lot of times. But just like your children, I'd say, yeah, definitely the food. I remember Circus used to be legit, like a Thunderdome or something.
Yeah.
It used to be a lot of fun. I don't know if it is anymore, but there were a lot more like play areas like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I haven't been there for probably like 10 years. No, actually not 10 years, probably like 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Post-pandemic, I haven't been back. So I don't know what it's like. I just know it should be a good time to go because there's lower attendance. There's just lower people traveling. I mean, you know, the economy is not the best for a lot of people that go there, but there are a lot of values.
Right,
Like
yeah.
the value that you kind of scooped up. So I'm very curious to see how the experience is like
Yeah,
for you.
we'll be driving there as well, so it's like the parking is comped and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be like, I grew up, it was always free.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then when as an adult, like right during the pandemic or pre-pandemic, it was like, hey, it's like $20 a night. I was like, what?
Yeah,
What?
they really try to nickel and dime. But this package is all inclusive, so we'll have the car. So we'll probably go to like Old Vegas, Old Fremont.
Oh yeah,
and
highly recommend going off strip for
Yeah.
some of those places like
some of
Chinatown,
the deep fried Twinkie.
yeah, Fremont Street, the
Yeah,
old Las Vegas downtown.
So it should be
pretty
fun.
awesome.
Hopefully, it's fun for the kids and whatnot.
In July, in June, or
June, in
Okay,
June. So it's probably gonna be hot, but I think that's where we might go because it's an MGM. It's the part of MGM, so we
Yeah.
might go to the different hotels and use their pools and just to have
you can?
variety. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
So
awesome.
I mean, it's
That's
a little
good.
inconvenient because you have to haul around like your change of clothes and whatnot. But I think
I mean, yeah.
you're like
it's,
just
yeah,
go and
just
just
go.
swim.
Yeah,
you'll
just walk
you'll
around.
dry off eventually.
Yeah, it should be hot. It should be
Yeah.
hot enough to just you'll be fine. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So what are your? I mean, as an adult, you don't really have summer off, but do you have any travel plans for the summer?
I think my wife and I are gonna try to make a trip to Disney if we can.
Nice.
So here's one tip. We were looking up ticket prices.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you're looking up and if you know your 2 days are not weekend days or they're like weekdays or some days, do a price comparison where you book each day individually versus booking like 2 days or 3-day passes because she discovered that because they have on-demand pricing or demand pricing for single-day tickets, it's actually cheaper to buy 2 individual tickets
Right.
and reserve your days that you want to go versus buying a 2-day
Yeah.
ticket pass. 2-day ticket pass is like base is $162 a day, and then like if you pick a Sunday and a Monday, it's probably cheaper to buy the Monday on the low rate and then buy a Sunday on the slightly high. But it works out for
It
some
like
reason.
averages out.
Yeah,
but-
you'll save a little bit of money.
oh, that's interesting. That's a great tip. That's
Yeah,
a great hack.
I didn't even realize that because when you go look, you're like, oh, I want to go for 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you break it down. Oh, it's actually cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, you assume it would be cheaper because you're like, oh, I'm doing 2 days versus the.
So It does, but they want you to go like 5 days.
Oh, okay.
Then you know you're getting a deal. 2 days
Yeah.
is not quite there. 3 days, you have to look. Like if your 3 days is 3 weekdays, I definitely go like book 3.
Like
One day
One day
passes,
passes. But if it's like over the weekend, they're like, okay,
Yeah,
maybe.
and then in the summer, so we're looking into getting to visit before the big summer rush of people.
Yeah.
Because right now, I would say if you go before like mid-June, like a month for the next like 30 days, I would say, and it's not one of those special event days, you could probably get a lot done on a weekday still. Like rope drop, 8 a.m. as soon as things happen, you could probably get like all the big rides done before lunchtime. Because that's what I think I talked about. I would, if there was a special event Disney where they say no lightning lanes, you just line up the old-fashioned way. The only thing that I would say, you can order food on the phone. I'll be fine with that. But the whole checking the phone all day, I'm not down.
Right. It's like too much.
Yeah. And so if they introduce some special event, like they have like 90s night. So if they also accompany 90s night with
90s technology night.
like yeah, exactly.
We're gonna give you paper tickets
exactly,
and the Disney bucks.
And it's all day. It's not just like 6 hours at night. It's like an all day. Then I'd be down to just. I think that's the next big trend. Is these experiences that really allow you to disconnect from the phone, from the computers, from the internet, email, and all that, and really just like live in a slower pace kind of environment. I mean, that's what attracts me as someone in the 40s, right? That's I'm sure kids this age, they don't know what that kind of existence is like.
Yeah, but that's what the novelty. Like, whoa, paper tickets. Like,
yeah,
what is this?
Which you're right. I think that's also the trend of. I think a lot of the younger generation also want ways to disconnect, find methods. Like, I think I've seen the trend where if you go to certain places, you dine, you put away the phone, or they're using flip phones or old like earbuds that are wired.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just like how like vinyl records kind of made a comeback, and people are like, oh, rediscovering. You know, soon it'll be like VHS and cassettes. And, my kids. Speaking of that, my kids watched they were at my parents' and they have Netflix, so they were going through Netflix, and they watched Stranger Things. But there's like a cartoon version.
Yeah, there's a new release of.
So they were kind of binge watching that, and I was watching it because I don't really follow Stranger Things, but they drop hard any of the 80s, like 90 kind of mostly 80s references.
Was it worth watching?
I mean, it was fun. It was fun.
Did you complete the whole thing, the whole series, or
I think we did have enough time. I think we had to leave, but like they were binge watching, and they were. I mean, my kids are
and they watched it.
5 and 11. My 11-year-old was watching it. Yeah, and they drop all the references. Like, oh, we're gonna go to the mall and go to Sam Goody, and I'm gonna get an Orange Julius. So I'm like, oof, they're really dropping the nostalgia bombs in this cartoon.
I think when. I'll put that on my watch list then.
Yeah. Nice. And I didn't even watch. I never watched Stranger Things, the TV show. So I was just watching the cartoon.
I see. I enjoyed. I think why. So I enjoyed it because it was just old, like not old fashioned or just. It was just an adventure. It was just a show that was just had fun. It was really just like a nice fantasy television show, and it had its own lore and everything, and it was nice.
So you watched everything?
Yeah, I watched everything.
Nice.
But I would tell you, like, I think season 3 or 4 or whatever it is, like after the first season, I kind of just don't remember what's happening. Like, I only remember the last 2 seasons, which I think there's 5 seasons total. I could be wrong, so I only remember 1, 4, and 5. Like 2 and 3, I sort of know what happened, but I don't recall like everything. The other part that made it really weird to keep up was that the recording. The making of the show, the kids growing up, and in theory, back then seasons are record one or get made one after another. And this Netflix model has made it like they release a whole season, and then they might not even record season 2 or make season 2 until like a year or 2 later.
Right.
And it's really strange versus and I mean this is like the television model from back then, or you make a series and you know you're going to get renewed for next season or X amount of seasons, so then you know you have a break and then you go straight back to recording and you release it. Like this Netflix binge watching just breaks the whole cycle. There's no more seasons. Anything can release at any time.
Yeah.
All the time. Stuff is coming out.
And stuff can also be canceled, right? Like they'll put the
Yes.
first season out, and if it doesn't promote, you don't know if there's going to be a second season. So it's like, oh, if it ends in a cliffhanger, like, oh, but it's not renewed. And that was one of the reasons why I don't really want to get into a lot of TV shows till it concludes, because I feel like I'm going to invest my time, and if I'm not sure if it's going to be renewed or it's not, there's no conclusion. Like I don't want to put in the time and effort. And sometimes, like, what is it? Game of Thrones, right? Everyone was really into it, and then people were disappointed in the ending, the last season, the season finale, and I was like, oh, thank goodness I didn't get involved, so I'm not disappointed.
I think that's the one exception I would say, even if the last couple of seasons sucked, because of the way he's not even finished writing the books and stuff. So I get that. The first 5 seasons are still worth watching.
So you just stop at the first 5 seasons?
I would say there's enough value that watching the 6 and 7, you just keep that in mind. Like the last 2 were just like abbreviated versions. It gave a conclusion. It gave you like the high level, basically. So the first 5, I think it's 7 seasons total. Again, I don't remember. Were just like high production, lots of details, lots of interesting stories, lots of character development, all that. And then 6, 7 was like, well, we got the cliff notes from Martin, and we'll just put something together and then let it conclude, because there's no way we can wait for him to finish, because even today he's not finished with the details, but he gave his like, oh, this is kind of the gist of it, of what happens. But this is a great segue, because the last time we recorded, you were about to watch Super Mario Galaxy. Is it
yes.
Super Mario Galaxy? Right? It's Super Mario Galaxy.
Yes, I believe so. Super Mario Galaxy.
Just to give you give our viewers and each other some context, I didn't play the game. All right, and I probably don't have to play the game. They don't make these movies based on the games. They use the characters from the games, right? So the first Super Mario Brothers movie doesn't relate to any of the games or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
it's more like a backstory, like origin story.
Yeah.
And the closest thing, like I really enjoyed the first one, and the closest thing I would say is just like Frozen, but for boys. Like it's about brotherhood. You know, it has a good lesson. Very colorful, very entertaining. And it's just enjoyable. Very entertaining and enjoyable movie.
So Galaxy has nothing to do with the game.
Right.
It shares the same name.
It has some references, but it doesn't track.
I mean, it's going to use some of the same characters and design, and of course, so nothing to do with that. That's where I come from. I never played the game, so I don't have a deep knowledge of all the inside jokes or cameos or references. My wife is a big fan, so I decided, all right, let's go check it out. And then you watched it with your children, so it's kind of a different perspective slightly. But overall, let's say overall, did you enjoy it? That's it. Did you enjoy it? Did you have a good time? Was it worth it?
Yeah, I did. Now, I think we talked. It's like it's entertainment. It's a roller coaster.
Is it? Did you think it was?
I felt like it was a roller coaster, but there was like no lull. Like it was just go go go, and it was just colorful, entertaining. And then when I got off, I was like, what just happened? Like it's like this like you're at this high thrill and whatnot, and then at the back I'm like, what just happened? Did that make sense? What just happened? But you don't question it because you just go go go.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was exciting. I'd probably have to watch it again to get all the references and whatnot. But it was enjoyable. I mean, in fact, if anything, I thought it had too many good characters where they didn't have enough time to focus on one. Like I like Toad, I like Yoshi, and then Yoshi and Toad, Yoshi and the kind of back and forth with Yoshi and Toad and Yoshi and Luigi, and that brothership and whatnot with Mario. And then Star Fox, right? Like this is just
Okay,
a
so-
Nintendo
Yeah,
property
yeah.
movie.
I mean, if you haven't watched it, I mean, there's going to be spoilers if you haven't watched it, just to put it out there. I mean, if you wanted to watch it, you probably watched it by now.
Right,
honestly.
right. And even if I tell you, you still should want to go watch it because, if you're a big fan of Star Fox, and I think that's been all over the internet as well.
Yeah, everybody knows Star Fox
being
is
the
in-
game.
in the
but
movie. So that's the part
yeah,
that because I never played the game, I was like, wait a minute, is this Super Mario Galaxy as in Nintendo Galaxy where just random Nintendo
this is
characters can
Nintendo IP.
just start popping in
Yeah.
to all these movies going forward? Because I had to ask my wife, like, is there really this like Galaxy space station like?
This
thing
is
that
now we're
you
going
can-
into the Nintendo multiverse.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
type
is this
of
a
thing.
real thing in the game or is this just fabricated for the movie? I don't know. I don't think she even remembered.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they just used it as a way to introduce Star Fox because now they're coming out with a new Star Fox like game for the Nintendo Switch too.
Yeah, it's a.
So they're like, we're gonna
remake
plug
of
in
Star
everything.
Fox 64.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a good segue to video games and whatnot because these are it's nostalgia for the parents to bring their kids and the kids to be introduced to the characters and then to ultimately buy the video games, right? Like
It's not to talk about. Yeah, let me just talk about the movie real quick and stay on track a little bit before I jump into the Nintendo stuff because they did announce the $50 price increase for later this year. So when I watched Super Mario, I didn't think it was as explosive or all over the place.
right. The
I
first
thought it
one.
was actually pretty tame. Like it wasn't. I thought it would be like fireworks scene after scene or things like that. I thought it actually flowed pretty well.
Oh, Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
And like it wasn't like I think so. My comparison would be like Minecraft.
Okay.
Minecraft, I think, was just like reference after reference after reference, sort of scene by scene, kind of like that. Versus Galaxy was, there is some cohesive storyline. Like I obviously didn't know. I had to ask my wife a lot. It's like Rosalinda. She's like
The sister?
Yeah, I'm like, she's a sister? Is this a real backstory where they're sisters and she did this? And I don't know if that's legit. So a lot of that was new to me. So when I latched onto those plot points, and then she's like the queen of stars, I also didn't know.
Yeah.
And then she has all these powers, which I also didn't know. So I was more like attached to that. And then I think the only part that was jarring is at the beginning when Yoshi just like,
Pops up.
yeah, I'm Yoshi. I just
Yeah.
this is my, and then the backstory for it, the exposition for how, I was like, is he just another plumber dude? And then he fell into a thing just like the Mario Brothers did, fell
Yeah.
into a tunnel pipe and then showed-
went to the real world and then came back
yeah,
and
so yeah, there he is. So that part, you kind of felt like it was okay. He's just there. He's just because I remember I think it was in the original they hinted at it, right? They hinted at Yoshi's in the original, the first movie,
yeah, they did.
where there's a bunch
tease
of
it.
different color
They-
Yoshis, and then somehow this Yoshi just popped up and just shows up and. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I get it. And that's how he came to be right at the beginning of their adventure. And then I found the dynamic of Mini Bowser and
Bowser Jr.
Jr.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I don't know if it's part of the video game universe where there's a metal version of Bowser Jr. It is, from what my wife tells me. And then there's also the skull version of Bowser. I don't know if that's how he becomes a skull version. But okay, the boss fights and all that stuff actually was pretty good, not bad, because they did it in a way where it was still pretty tasteful, like the 2D platforming and the 3D version of it.
Oh yeah. And he's playing on the controller, the NES controller.
So that stuff, that works. The random, some of the stuff that might work less for me is like the castle. Falling.
Right.
I was like, okay, I get it. I mean, you imagine like you lift the whole castle, and then no, it fails. The whole thing fails. It doesn't work, and the whole thing falls. I'm like, well, that's a big set piece. So some of those work, some of those don't work, but overall, like, I was actually more impressed and enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I thought it would be what you said before going in to watch it. It was just a roller coaster ride with nonstop. It was more cohesive than I anticipated because I had different lower expectations, so then it exceeded them. But overall, yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
I almost thought there was a one point where Bowser is like a good guy, and I
Yeah,
thought they were going to continue on
yeah,
that, but they
exactly.
kind of didn't.
So there's
Which was interesting.
That gave the story a lot more depth and nuance and complexity to it, versus they're just gonna fight Bowser Jr. And then what's the point of having Star Fox there? That is probably like a questionable point. I get it how it's tied into the story, but I also like it probably could have been something else that was more in universe. I imagine, but overall, yeah, definitely a good experience.
I mean, for me, it was like when I got off, I was like, I was like backtracking. I was like, how did Mario get to the space station at the same time? You know what I mean? And coincidence. Like, have you ever tried like going, even when you know someone's at the same airport, going and meeting them? Like, it's so much less not knowing where they're going to be there and what terminal and whatnot. And I was like, that is very, like, to me, I was like, I have to be like, how did that happen? How did that work out?
It just works out.
But it's a movie, right?
yeah,
The script,
exactly.
the script said it had to work out.
Yeah,
So.
and then it's like when you write a book and they're like, oh, I ran into him at that place, and you just accept it. I just ran into him. All works out in the mysterious ways of the universe, you could say. But yeah, it sounds like you.
What
enjoyed it.
what would you give it out of 10? 10 being good.
Oh, I mean,
one
like,
out of 10.
You know, well, for me, 5 isn't fail.
Okay.
5 is like, oh, it's average.
Okay.
Versus people think getting a 50 out of 100 is fail, you know, because that's the grading system. But I think 50 out of 100, it's average. I would say it's just like 70 out of 100, somewhere in that range of. I'm not to the point where I want my 2 hours back or whatever.
Right.
It was fine. Versus some movies where you're like, I want the time. That
I want my
spent-
money and my time back.
Yeah, exactly. Or where you're just like, this is utterly waste of my time. And it's very hard to find movies like that. Even like Sharknado or something. You watch a movie like that, you know it is ridiculous. But it's okay. You know what you're getting into. Maybe you don't pay full attention to something like that.
Right.
But yeah, Super Mario Bros. It was fine. It was enjoyable, and it was a good. It wasn't
stuff.
like it wasn't going to be like a Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Right.
And that wasn't my expectation. So I would say, yeah, I got my money's worth.
Okay. Cool. And you alluded to Nintendo upping the price of the Nintendo Switch to $50 upcoming, I believe, in September.
So this is the point. This is the point where talking about consoles. I know you have a Steam Deck. Boy.
I sold it. I sold my Steam. I sold it.
Wait, back up. Did you sell it recently?
No, not recently. I sold it a while ago. And the reason being is because I saw the Switch 2 was coming out. So that's the reason.
Really?
Yeah. Because also
Okay.
supposed to be coming out with the Steam Machine later, which is a dedicated like PC but for your TV for video games.
Oh, so this okay. So why? Right now, because of the RAM crisis for AI, I was just like, nowhere in our lifetimes where consoles
have gone up in price.
Yeah, and the Steam Deck's completely out of stock. I used to be able to buy that for the office, for the company, like no problem. They never went out of stock. Like I could buy it every 6 months. And now 2026, the AI demand for components have just killed the gaming industry. It makes me sad because, and that's when I was like, oh, I remember you had a Steam Deck. You were talking about how you can install like different stores on it, and the,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
novelty of doing all that.
it was super
I was
cool.
like, it is completely out of stock. That thing, I mean, you could probably sell it like at retail price, just because you can't buy it from
You can't buy it anymore,
from
right?
the Steam store right now for the past, I would say, like 6 months or so. And I don't know when they'll come. I don't know when the Steam machine will come out. I don't know, and if it comes out, if how expensive it is. I hope that they do make a Nintendo 2 Switch Lite, because my wife has one, a Nintendo
Switch
Switch 2.
2?
So did you end up buying it?
I have not, but now with the like
Probably,
you said,
yeah. Grab
the
a deal
upcoming-
at Costco or something.
yeah, exactly. With the upcoming price increase, I think now is a good time because the new Star Fox, the remake is coming. So it's like that. I think that's what people are waiting for, like must-have, must-play games.
Yeah. So my wife plays Pokepia, and I'm a big fan of getting a lot of these things at Costco. You could buy at Costco for slightly cheaper. You can buy the bundle at Costco for a better deal. Things like that, or you could just buy it from Nintendo or Target or whatever. But my biggest, I didn't use it. She plays on it all the time. But I think one of the complaints after holding it, it's just too big. It's too big.
Like too big or too heavy?
It's the heavy part I don't mind, because you can always rest your arm somewhere, but it's too big in terms of, there's a certain, maybe it's not big. I'm like a 5'10" person. I'm not a big person, I'm an average size person. But holding this thing, and then your eyesight, because it's so big, you're really looking deeply into it, and it's not an OLED screen. So I would love for them to shrink down the size, make it more handheld, like the Lite version was. The Lite version for Switch was like just perfect. Get it down, because it's just too big to carry around.
You're like the only person who's like, I want it smaller, and if so, just small, and you have two screens and have one touch. You mean the DS Lite?
Yeah, like just something that's just like slightly bigger than my phone. And I'm using the Pro, not the Pro Max, where you can just hold it and it feels like a handheld. You could go play with it at the store as a Switch 2. It does not feel like it feels like a Steam Deck.
Oh, I see.
But I don't mind the Steam Deck so much in comparison, because the library. It's really a portable to access the Steam ecosystem. So when I brought it up, and I was surprised you actually sold it, because that thing, to buy games on Steam, you get to use it. You could play it on your PC, right? You could play it on your Mac for some games. You could play it on whatever will support the Steam ecosystem. And I was like, that's probably the only platform that I would even invest in anymore, is the Steam, versus PlayStation or Microsoft or Xbox or Nintendo. Well, Nintendo you have to.
Right, because a lot of the games are like exclusive
To Nintendo. And
it's like you have a PC and a Nintendo, or like a Switch or something.
So that's why I think Nintendo is smart in terms of sticking to that strategy versus releasing games on PC, because then they have their own dedicated ecosystem like Apple does.
But I heard Sony they were releasing a lot of their games on PC, because Microsoft was launching stuff on PC, so it's not really a platform exclusive for a lot of games. But then with Steam doing the Steam machine and getting more into the kind of living room as a console, they're starting to hold back some of their IPs. They're not going to release everything. At least maybe make it a timed exclusive.
I think that's the only way for these. Not the only way, but I say this is one of the strategies they have to pursue in terms of keeping their platform and their legacy. Because if they go the route of opening up, like if we remove platforms, then there's no reason for Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo to exist anymore. Everything's just a computer. And it's possible, but then they open up their platform to competition to everybody. Then it's just developers. So that's probably the ideal world for a developer thinking about it. Like, I just want to be on every platform, and I wish it was just one platform, and then I don't have to worry about all these different nuances, like the controller layout, or
I mean, that's essentially what Roblox is.
Yeah,
right?
so-
You're like on every
Exactly,
platform, on
exactly.
tablet, on your phone.
and that's what makes it. That's why Roblox has its own market demographics, has its own style of games, and their own kind of production pipeline that's different than the traditional players in the market, and it makes it. They're coexisting for now. But imagine if Roblox went the route of Epic, where they made Fortnite, where you can also in Fortnite you can also do what you do on Roblox and design levels and worlds, right? But they're a little more sophisticated in their graphics and gameplay design, while Roblox is like, honestly, you and I could probably sit there for a couple hours and we could drum up some like infinite running game on Roblox because they made it that easy. They're like, it's not about the graphics, it's just about the gameplay and about the social network and the community that you foster within this platform. But the AAA publishers, the big platform holders, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, Xbox, those guys like, oh, this is not good. If this is the future, then our revenue, the next generation, if they're not going to be invested in these ecosystems, then they lose out on their whole market capitalization and revenue. So
Yeah, and I don't know, with gaming consoles going up in price, I don't know what that means for gaming overall, because it puts it out of reach for
that's
people.
like the last straw for a lot of people. Is the price.
And like as a developer, if you're a AAA, like you're gonna invest all this money, like I don't know, like we might be seeing the end of like AAA games. Like what's the next one? GTA 6, but everything else is kind of like Minecraft,
I just skip it. Or don't play
Fortnite,
it.
mobile games, like
unless it's free, you just don't even try it
Yeah.
because it's expensive, and it's not even the games. Even if the games stay the same price, right? It's the platforms of getting into it. Like never has PlayStation and all these consoles just gone up in price after so many years already on the market. It's ridiculous.
Usually they're like a lost leader. They make up on the back end with the software, and they usually they optimize. These things are supposed to go down in price. Like at mid-cycle for the PlayStation 5, like we should be having like a light version, like you know what I mean? Like it's
they have the slim version, and it's supposed to they always decrease the price.
Yeah.
You get market share, your platform expands, but no.
But like when they come out with the PlayStation 6, like it can't be cheaper than PlayStation 5. It's just gonna go up.
$1,000.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's gonna be able to afford gaming, which is sad.
And so that's why starting this year, I was really looking into like PC gaming, but more Steam.
Yeah.
As a platform, because all my games will, as long as Steam exists, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I could play them on whatever platform Steam exists. I could upgrade my computer and still
Yeah.
play it. I don't have to worry. I can even play it on different platforms as long as Steam supports it. And I was like, so that's why I was like, the Steam Deck, I got really interested and I've been tracking it on when it will restock. That's what I find funny
now that you've said this, now you've like made me regret selling it. Now I'm like bought back in. I was like, okay, Steam Deck 2, let's go.
Yeah. So that's, I think, will be the hot seller of Steam Deck 2, and I think it's rumored to release in like 2-3 years from now, which I'm fine because I can just buy the games discounted on the Steam store whenever it pops up, and then I could play it on my computer if I can't wait, and then when it does come out, I can re-download it to the deck and then play from there. So that's why I'm really more as someone that's now not wanting to spend more money in gaming. It's like it's the logical route to go.
With Steam and the deals you get, you end up buying a lot of games, not even playing. You have a huge backlog, and the Steam Deck allows you to download other like game stores.
You can modify
like,
it so custom.
Yeah, the Epic
friendly
and Epic
and all that.
Game store, they give free games. So I get a lot of games. I was playing Death Stranding. I was playing. They gave it.
Wow,
I was playing Death Stranding, and this was like after everyone else, and I was like, dude, it's like end of the world, apocalyptic, like Amazon delivery person. Like that's what Death Stranding is. You just trudging and making deliveries. Like, this is wild.
Yeah, I really enjoy the game. It was just, it's like doing chores.
Yeah.
But it was just really relaxing. Like, shut down, don't think too hard, just go and deliver stuff. And it was a nice calming, like, it appeals to that sense of my brain or whatever, where I'm just like, just deliver stuff. That's it, A to B, simple, not complicated.
Did you play Death Stranding too?
No, yeah.
You know, like, I just need to play Death Stranding.
Yeah, I would like there's so many games I would like to, but the gamer side of me is just retired right now. Like, unless it's a bite-sized game that I can just pick
You know,
up.
for you, like,
I'm just
the
retired.
Steam Deck would be perfect because you go on a plane or something.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
it's like you just pick up and play. You don't have to set up. You know, especially if you're travel, go surfing or whatnot. Like,
Exactly.
you have downtime.
That's why I was like, I'm highly interested in it, and I can't believe I bought so many of these to give away for the company.
And you didn't buy one for
And
yourself.
I just couldn't, like, who knew?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
who would have thought? Who would have?
The RAM, the AI ramping up, buying up all the capacity in the industry and computer components. Like, you can kind of say, yeah, it was going to happen as if we keep investing in AI. But to the extent that they just gobbled up everything, and then the consumer-facing companies decide, hey, we're just going to switch to enterprise. And
Yeah.
that stuff, and then the world state that we're in, it's just like, wow.
Tariffs and just, yeah, we are really a global connected economy.
I mean, no one can predict these things, but I do hope in the next few years, or maybe it needs to be like the next decade. We'll have to wait in 2030s for things to really like get back to a pace in
And you'll
life.
be like, I got a Steam Deck.
Yeah, where we can actually just live happily instead of, I would say, like, right now is a highly stressed world. If you're aware, if people are aware and not just ignorant, just like, whatever, I'm just in my little bubble. But if you're invested in the world and the world affairs, it feels like it's a highly stressful world to be in right now. Yeah. But
maybe that's why you need a Steam Deck.
Yeah, it could be. But that's why I surf all the time, because then all my worries goes away. But not to end on that note. Again, next week you'll be back. Our next recording, we'll be back to talk about all this.
Yeah, I'll let you know
the results of our.
the cookies. I'll let you know.
If your family or you agree with my take that they taste like Trix, the cereal, and then also let me know about the garlic snack.
Yeah.
That is something that I don't even know what it is, but please, yeah, do enjoy my little takeaways. Okay,
Yeah,
Jason?
thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And that's it for this.
Awesome. Thank
edition.
you
We'll
for
be back
having us.
We'll record before your next summer adventures take off. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Take
Have a
care,
good one.
everybody.